My family moved to Astoria when I was about in 3rd grade, and I lived in Astoria up until around last year when I moved out, and then I moved to Richmond Hill, which was a different experience altogether. So going back home now to Astoria, you definitely see the cultural shift and the gentrification that's happening in Astoria. Almost literally every time I go by my mother's house, there's a new condo that's opening up or a new store that's opened up, and then I'm like, oh wow, I remember when this was a White Castle or this was a Taylor. And you see the community shifting in the people that are around there, the types of people, the types of food that are available, the shifts in the supermarkets and what they carry. And it's really interesting because for me, I was always distanced from gentrification. I always heard about it. I wasn't really affected by it. Right now I'm not affected by it, but it is evident in the community. And you don't think it'll happen to your neighborhood until it happens. My family lived in a housing project. My mom is still there. And you see literally within walking distance, there's condominiums being built, and you just see the economic shift and the distance between two different social and economic groups, and you're just like, how is that possible that within the same block or radius, there's people paying $300, depending on income, $300 for a 1-bedroom, and then right across the street there's people paying these condominium prices, for like maybe starting $3,200. I don't know what these prices are, but it's nowhere near. It's such a stark difference between the two that you're just like, how is that possible?
All of a sudden someone has found value in a place where there wasn't any perceived value before?
Absolutely, yeah, I think so, because they're realizing just how valuable Astoria is. It's so accessible to the city. The transportation is maybe about 30 to 40 minutes on a given day, and there's just a very diverse neighborhood in terms of the various nationalities and cultures and language spoken within the area. And the crime is low. Obviously all areas in New York have some type of crime, but nothing blown out of proportion. And I think what's going on is that they're realizing the wealth that the neighborhood has, and just how it's close to the city, but it gives you still a sense of you living on your own or having your own backyard, which is something that people want. They want to feel close to the city, but they still want to feel like they own property. I think ownership for my family was more so when they were able to build their home in the Dominican Republic. That's when I feel like I was able to say, like, we have property. Definitely, I think because of that, that's a goal that I have for myself, to own property here, or to have something tangible that I can say, I worked for this.
So property has always been a goal, like ownership of property.
Well, it's not to say that that's the only thing that would mean of value to me, but I think that is one of the things that we've had ingrained and embedded in our mentality, that it's part of the American dream, the white picket fence and owning land, because I feel like it always comes back to land or money, so it's either or.